Hello and welcome to Makeshift Adventurers. Joe should really do this from now on.
Hello and welcome to Makeshift Adventures. My name is Joe. I am happy to continue to do our intros. You've landed again at a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Hey, buddy! Come here, give me a hug. Say hi. Oh!
I said I only could give you one hug.
Only one hug?
Hiya.
Okay.
Oh.
You want to say hi? Here, hang on. Now you can hear them. Say hi.
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 It's Will and Aaron and Sky. Mwah. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You should leave that in.
We're going to be continuing to run through our adventure here of the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen setting. And things are getting crazy. Do you guys remember what happened last time?
Murder.
A lot of murder.
A lot of sacred flame.
Tricks of the light. No magic. I didn't see
Yep.
any.
No magic here.
Let me go ahead and give you a quick recap. Previously on Makeshift Adventures. After laying their friend Ispin Greenshield to rest, our adventurers headed out to a summons with the resident knight of Solomnia, Becklin Uthviharin. Along the way, they met up with Becklin's young ward, Darret. At Thornwall Keep, Becklin imparted a gift from Ispin to the adventurers. None other than Ispin Greenshield's signature green shield. But it came with a price. Ispin insisted that they take part in the annual battle reenactment during the Kingfisher Festival. After meeting with Becklin, our party took advantage of the festivities, looking at the local shops and stalls. Dirk took part in and won the local fishing competition, while Ray and Zora fended off the jeers and heckles of Baccharis, a troublemaking, wealthy local. That afternoon, the adventurers moved on to High Hill, where they met up with Becklin, Darret, Mayor Raven, and Cudgel for the battle reenactment. On one side, our adventurers, along with the local militia, would be playing the part of the mighty Knights of Solomnia. On the other side, members of Cudgel's ironclad regiment, led by her large half-ogre lieutenant, would be playing the part of the invading Istaran forces. Both armies lined up, wooden swords and shields in hand. Jeers and taunts flew back and forth as the armies faced off. Then they charged forth up to High Hill. At the last moment, there was a glint of sunlight off of the very real battle-axe being held by the half-ogre leading the ironclad regiment. Jeers and taunts quickly turned to cries of agony as the party now found itself in the middle of a full-fledged battle. Militia members quickly fell to the better-trained and better-equipped soldiers. The party fought and struggled against the mercenaries and eventually was able to win out by slaying their half-ogre leader. And here we are. What do you guys think? Where are you guys' heads at?
I'm wanting to find Cudgel. That's what I want to do. That's where my head's at.
Yeah, same. Zora's gonna find Cudgel, and she doesn't know what she's gonna do when she finds him.
Lot of unanswered questions.
Ray wants to make sure Becklin's okay.
All right, well, let's get to it. After seeing their leader slain, the last few mercenaries escape off to the northwest. You stand now in a clearing atop the hill, the echoes of battle fading into the groans of the wounded. As you look around, a dozen or more bodies lie fallen around you. Zora, you are reminded of the visions you had just these past few months. Many of the bodies lying around you are the traitorous mercenaries, but as you look further afield, you notice many more that are the village militia, with their mismatched armor and wooden swords. Perhaps saddest of all is the lifeless form of Reese, staring up at the sky with eyes that will never see another day. It's so sad. I don't know. I'm a little choked up. I'm sorry to see Reese go, man. I like that guy.
I am too. If he hadn't gotten KO'd so thoroughly and quickly, I would have absolutely been casting all sorts of healing magic on him. Only him, though.
Only him. He's the only one who
Only
gets
him.
any.
Only one who's worthy of it.
He was definitely persistent.
Is there any immediate actions that you guys want to take? This is like Ogre fell, or sorry, I keep calling him an ogre. The half ogre has fallen. Zora just shot one of the mercenaries as he was running off and downed him. And this is like, there's just like a hush that kind of caught the battlefield. There's still chaos a little ways around, but your immediate vicinity, you guys have got like one beat to catch your breath.
Question. From the hill, can I see the town? Or is the town like too far away from this hill?
The town is too far away. You can see the stands area where like all the people were watching the reenactment. Ray, is there anything that you wanted to do immediately, or?
She wants to see if the half ogre had any like instructions or correspondence, anything on him that would indicate if he isn't working for Cudgel, just in case. Just in case.
You're rifling through his pockets. You do find a bag of 25 gold pieces.
Don't mind the blood there.
And lots of blood.
Battle axe.
Pocket it.
Is it battle axe, great axe? What is it?
He had a battle axe.
Yeah.
All right. You now see running towards you Becklin, Darrett, Mayor Raven, and Cudgel. Darrett is the first to arrive. You three were amazing. Dirk, your daggers lashed out and struck like a serpent. Ray, you wield a sword with all the strength and skill of a knight. And Zora, I had no idea that you were a magic user. Without your help, I think this battle could have gone much, much worse. They probably would have overtaken and destroyed our forces.
Magic. Ray looks at Zora and is like, magic? Did you? I didn't see any magic. Some very interesting coincidences.
I'm just going to put my hand up and be like, I don't have the time to explain how my arrows work versus that. I'm more concerned about what's going on. Let's focus on that.
As you're chatting, Mayor Raven and Becklin, closely guarding her back, arrive. The mayor says, thank you all. I agree. If you had not helped to defend our people and intervene, things could have gone much, much worse. Becklin looks to Darrett and says, Darrett, enough fawning over the adventurers here. Keep guard. We do not know that the threat has left yet. He says, yes, of course. At that moment, the dwarven warrior Cudgel comes stomping over. You notice a large cut across her left eyebrow. Her face is bright red with fury. Any trace of the jovial, lighthearted character you met the night before is gone and replaced by what could only be called rage.
I load my crossbow and point it at her.
As she's walking towards you, she notices something just at your feet. She stomps over to the ogre and starts shouting and kicking. Gregonis, you blethering, worm-eyed, fork-tongued, milk-drinking, sniffing, vile, scoochy, calibree-tatty!
About what I was going to say.
I still have my crossbow aimed at her. I don't trust her.
Becklin looks to you and goes, I do not believe Cudgel was part of these traitors. She was the first victim that the assassin was going after. I assume the traitor intended to kill all of us. Cudgel gives Gregonis one more kick. Fa-dunk. Aye, but the idiot traitor picked the one with the hardest skull. Becklin here cut him down as soon as his blow glanced off my head.
What assassin is she talking about? Like, what does he look like?
Another one of these traitorous members of the Ironclad Regiment. I assume Gregonis bought them off. The coward. And she notices, off to the left, far afield, there's one very bruised and burned mercenary crawling away. She immediately sprints over and says, Get back here! Traitor! Backstabber! Weasel!
I grab her fist.
Okay.
And pull her back.
That's a dangerous move there, lad.
No, I'm talking full on, like, full Nelson. Just grapple.
Okay. Make a strength check.
How's about a natural 20? So 23?
Natural 20 is great. Yeah, you fully restrain her as she's shouting and yelling.
Good, I didn't want her to kill him. I'm going to let her just vent.
The mayor, flanked by Becklin, comes trotting over. Thank you. There has been enough violence done this day, Cudgel. Everyone, please, let's focus on tending to the wounded and the dead and getting them all back to town.
I'm going to let her go at that point.
Okay, you let Cudgel go, and she kind of calms down. A couple of militia members come over and kind of restrain the now unconscious traitor. Mayor Raven says, Becklin, if you and Darrett can continue to help the remaining militia members here, we'll try to get the wounded and the dead back to town. You see a lot of villagers coming to like rush in and help now that it seems like the immediate threat has gone away. Mayor Raven goes to you three and says, Ray, Zora, Dirk, again, I thank you for your assistance here. I wonder if you would help to escort the villagers back to town. And Zora, if there is any way in which your magics can aid in the endeavor, we would be forever in your debt. I thank you three. We will reconvene back in town, probably at the Brass Crab. I'm going to stay here for a moment and try and help sort things out.
All right.
All right, let's escort him back to town.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I have some bandages. I might be able to help.
You going to bandage some folk? Yeah, if you want to stay and like try and heal anybody or immediately staunch the bleeding from people who've been injured, you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give that a shot. I don't think I actually have like a healer's kit, but Zora is not above essentially tearing part of her tunic to create a bandage for someone.
Make a medicine check.
An 11.
You staunch the bleeding, but you don't know if you had any significant effect on that individual.
I would like to go to the area where the assassin was killed by Becklin and take a look at the assassin's, belongings. Because if you're sending somebody to kill a knight like that, they got to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. He appears to be a mercenary with the Ironclad Regiment. He's got a longsword and a dagger.
I'll take his dagger. Anything else on him?
You rifle through his pockets. You find 5 gold pieces.
Okay. No notes or anything like that. Okay. I'm going to help people to town.
All right. The sun is sinking low on the horizon by the time you arrive back in Volger. Villagers have turned the festivities in the village green into a makeshift field hospital for the wounded. Brass Crab's owner, Yalmi, had prepared the tavern's common room for a night of celebration, but now the place takes on an air of tension and unease. Mayor Raven, Becklin are sitting at a table, with Darrett and Cudgel paces back and forth across the room. Villagers scurry in and out occasionally to relay information to the mayor. As you walk in, you hear the mayor speaking with Cudgel. Cudgel, what we need now is information. Clearly, you've been betrayed here. We need to know why, and if there is a greater threat in the area that we need to worry about. Oh, aye, says Cudgel. And I'll bet I can scare those answers out of that sniveling swine we captured. No, Cudgel. We need only scare him. Your methods tend to be a bit too deadly. Aye, death is scary. The mayor notices your group. Ah, Zora, Dirk, Ray, thank you for joining us. And again, the town of Volger owes you a great debt for your deeds on the hill.
What kind of fortifications and militia do you have in this town? I mean, what kind of defenses have you prepared, so far?
Fortifications go, we have an old crumbling keep, a gate that hasn't been closed in at least a century, and the cliffs that block one side of our town. The other side borders the river. As far as a militia goes, she takes a moment as she's trying to repress the emotions. As far as the militia goes, I'm afraid we don't have much left. There were many casualties at the High Hill today.
Is there anyone you can ask for help?
Cudgel speaks up at that moment. Aye, there may be some help out there. Gregonus, my lieutenant, the ogre you slayed, traitorous, disgusting worm. All the mercenaries that were at the demonstration at High Hill were under his command. I believe my other lieutenant, Jayev, is still back at camp. He's been with me for years. I'd be surprised if he turned. Either way, we need to know why. At that moment, Mayor Raven speaks up. Yes, Cudgel, and again, I feel the best way to find out would be to question the man that we had captured. If you three would not mind aiding Cudgel, I think Cudgel should keep her distance. She seems a bit emotional right now.
Can I roll an insight on Cudgel? See if I trust her.
Sure.
Vibe check.
Vibe check. Roll that vibe check.
16.
You think she's being sincere. She seems genuinely furious and ready to rip someone's head off. She also seems sincere about her other lieutenant.
Ray is going to ask if the captured traitor is conscious again.
And Mayor Raven looks over to Darrett. Darrett says, yes, of course, I'll see what I can do. Darrett leaves. A few moments later, he returns with a battered, bruised, and burned from sacred fire mercenary who is bound in a fishing net. He comes stumbling in, half-conscious. And again, the mayor says, would you three be able to see if you could convince him? With Cudgel's help, of course. If Cudgel would also agree to that.
I think we can get something out of him.
Agreed.
Very well, Cudgel. And Cudgel says, aye, all right. This waste of meat here is Svilt Sunderlit. He's the toad of my former Lieutenant Gregonis. Gregonis always was a thorn. I should have seen his betrayal coming. All the ironclad regiment at the battle was loyal to him. Maybe another dozen men back with my other Lieutenant Jayev. He's much, much more trustworthy. I haven't had too many dealings with Svilt here. See what you can get out of him.
Ray's gonna ask if they can go outside with him.
The mayor kind of looks around. That seems fine if you'd like to take him to a secondary location for questioning. But I need assurances. There has been enough violence done in my town. No harm is to come to this man. Can I have your word?
Yes.
No permanent harm. Understood.
Very well. Darrett picks up the traitor and walks him outside.
I was going to say, just as a real quick aside to you, Joe, let's say when you reach level 3 as a cleric, you gain 2 additional spells that you just know. Would I be allowed to use them during this, if I can make it make sense?
Well, you haven't had a chance to have a long rest. But, yeah, if it sounds good, I'll allow it.
Yeah, because I've got suggestion and I'm planning to use it.
You're just gonna Vulcan mind control him.
Should I not?
However Gillian guides your hand, you feel free to do so. All right,
Gillian guides it to violence.
You all go outside of the Brass Crab. You're now kind of out on the docks area.
Great.
It's you, Cudgel, standing there looking mean, tapping her foot. The young Darrett is there as well, and the traitor,
Okay.
Svilt.
Is he tied to a chair or what? What are we talking about?
Darrett's just kind of holding him. He's tied up with a fishing net, and Darrett's just kind of holding him.
Okay.
I will say, sit him down. Let him go.
Sure, says Darrett, and Darrett just kind of forcefully sits him down.
Great.
I'm gonna tie him up with a rope around his chest here and his legs.
Okay.
And he'll be in the chair.
Oh, you find a chair and tie him to it.
I dragged the chair out with us, yeah.
A chair or a barrel or whatever.
All right.
Doesn't matter.
In his half-conscious
I got the
state,
chair.
he looks at you. What are you doing? I'm already tied up.
Ray is going to kind of like squat down to his level, kind of close to him, and goes, I think you might remember us from the incident that just happened. So here's the thing. We need information. And while we have promised that we would not do any permanent harm to you, she points up at the sky. Who knows if the sky opens up again? And then she looks at the burn and she looks at him again.
He looks at his burn and he nervously looks at Zora. He says, "This isn't the first time I've been questioned. I'd tell you, but as soon as I tell you what you want to know, you're going to kill me."
Absolutely not.
I am sharpening my dagger behind Ray there.
I am under oath not to kill you.
Okay. Then she's
Zora-
going to kill me with fire.
Zora does chime in with, I don't have to kill you.
I'm gonna make you wish for death if you don't talk.
Okay, roll an intimidation check with that one, Dirk.
All right. 18. Yeah,
Uh,
I have a -1 in that, by the way.
Good roll. He is intimidated by the dwarf saying that he is about to torture him. He says, all right, Gregonis paid us off. Kill you guys, take the village. What more do you want to know?
Why?
Anyone else? What was your escape plan?
Wasn't no escape plan. We were going to kill a few farmers and then sack the town.
What about everyone else at the base? At the camp?
What about them? There was like 30 of us, 12 of them. Once we'd sacked the village and gotten enough loot, we probably could have turned them to our side.
How many of you were in on it?
I don't know everybody. Gregonis was the ringleader. There's at least 30 of us, like I said. Could have been more than a dozen left back at camp with Jayev He's a real stick in the mud anyways.
Why sack the town?
Why not? Seemed like easy pickings. There's about 24 militia guarding the entire town, and they were all going to be lined up for us. Seemed like an easy way to make some quick gold.
Yes, but you're a paid mercenary, aren't you? Normally, you are getting paid. So I'm not buying it.
Sure, I get paid, but it's not like the gold I'd get looting an entire village. Gorgonus' money was good. 5 gold to a man.
Where did Gorgonus get the money?
He starts to look nervous and does not respond.
Now I want to cast suggestion.
Okay, explain to me what it looks like when you cast suggestion.
All right, to point out if I'm understanding this correctly, yeah, so it says you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. So creatures that can't be charmed are obviously immune to the effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. So you can't be like off yourself. It's just not going to work that way. Like stabbing yourself, throwing yourself into a spear, setting yourself on fire. You can't do that. And so then the target has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action as you describe best to your ability. I don't think that sounds super flashy.
Doesn't sound super flashy to me. Yeah,
Right.
narratively, how have you gained this power?
In this moment, my amulet feels very heavy, and then my tongue almost tastes sweet. And I just have an instinct, almost like it's on the edge of a dream, that I can make him tell me. So, yeah, it's got just a, verbal and material component, but we have been kind of ignoring material so far, so.
We'll say the material component is the amulet you wear around your neck takes the place of a material component. So you
Zora,
cast suggestion, and what does Zora say?
You know you really need to tell us.
Okay, and what's the spell save on that?
The spell save is a wisdom spellcasting DC, which would be a 13. I know what's going on.
That is a 5 on the dice.
Nice.
And that was a great use of your new clerical abilities. So you gain inspiration for that one.
Ooh, I got inspiration. That's exciting.
Svilt now feels compelled to answer where the gold came from. Almost like it's being literally physically drug out of him. Gorgonus wouldn't tell us where the gold came from. He left to the forest to the northwest. He came back carrying a large amount of gold. He said all we had to do was take out the militia and sack the town. We could keep the gold and take whatever else we found in the town. That's all I know.
Something was happening northwest. Somebody went that way.
Did the lizard people go that way? Was
Yes,
this the lizard people? Okay.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sky, not the best memory. I'm glad you guys are here.
So was that conversation in character or not in character?
No.
Not in character.
No.
Okay.
I think that's a player side.
Okay.
Though I could imagine it in character.
I mean, that sounds great. That sounds like Ray would be like, didn't something important happen?
No.
And
Not
I'm just
in
going to
front
be
of
like,
the captive. Maybe if we were all separate, we'd do that. But no, we have to be collected in front of the captive.
is there anything else you want to tell us?
Nothing comes to mind. Are you going to let
As
me
I walk
live?
up to him, and I pull my dagger out and just say, let me tell you about how I got this scar. And I put that right in his mouth, the dagger in his mouth on the one side. Anything else you want to tell me?
Roll an intimidation check.
Gotta get advantage of that, yeah?
If I have advantage, I got an 18. If I
Count
don't, I have a 6. All right, 18.
We'll give you an 18 on that one. He says, I don't know what else to tell you, I swear.
How long
And
ago
I'll
did
just,
you
like-
plan this?
Right after we arrived in town. So roughly a week ago.
Do you remember what what's this guy's name?
Gorgonus.
I don't know, Greg.
Gorgonus, yeah. Do you remember what Gorgonus and Cludgel were arguing about outside of town?
They argued all the time. Which time?
Okay, that's fair.
Gorgonus always wanted more money, better paying jobs. He was much less picky about which jobs they would take. That's why I liked him.
Cudgel's right there with us, right? So yeah.
Yeah, Cudgel is tapping her foot louder and louder as this is going on, with her arms crossed, trying not to throttle this man.
I take my dagger away. I'm done questioning him. I think we have the information we need.
Cudgel says, I agree. I'm done hearing from this worm. She wipes her hands together. I'm going to take off. See if Jayev and the others are still there. Let the mayor know I'll be back with more information as soon as I have it.
Before you go, Cudgel, do you by any chance... I turn back and I look at Svilt. What night did your
Make it snappy,
friend...
Red. I got things to do.
That's fair. What night did he go into the woods? When did this happen? Was it like a week ago?
I couldn't tell you the day exactly. Roughly a week ago.
Do you know about where you were camping?
We haven't moved from the same spot.
Okay, cool. That's mainly what I want to know. So that way it was northwest somewhere. All right.
You three stay safe. Thank you for helping my friends. I gotta go make sure Jayev and the others are okay. And if I see any more traitors on the way, she looks at Svint, I'm gonna crush their skulls with my hammer. And she stomps off toward the river gate.
I go with her. I'm ready to go.
No, Dirk. You gotta stay here. I gotta move slow and quiet. No offense. The town's gonna need help here. This I gotta do alone.
Can I do a vibe check on her to see if there's something she isn't saying?
Vibe checker.
Yeah.
Well, you should use your suggestion on her.
All right. Ooh, that's a 3 on the vibe check. Yeah.
Yeah, you do believe she is being sincere.
You're vibing hard.
Lots of vibes. So after declining your offer of help, Dirk, she stomps off through the gate. Are you guys going to take the prisoner back inside, leave him with Darrett? What's the...
Probably should take him back inside.
I kind of want to kick him in the river, but we'll take him back inside.
Well,
I'm trying to decide if I can punch him in the face and get away with it, but I'm probably not.
Yeah, you can, totally. See? Bam!
y'all.
Darrett smirks and giggles a little bit and then says, I think he's had enough. I'm just going to stuff him in this shed over here. What do you think?
I don't think that's a good idea. There could be more forces outside the town prepared to attack, and I don't need him getting out to join them or warn them.
Oh, we'll keep him under guard, certainly. I'll put 2 men guarding him.
Okay.
Darrett drags him, chair and all, tosses him into the shed, fallen over, and he has 2 of the remaining militia members posted as guards to the shed.
Can I go to the gate?
The front gate?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I want to dig out where the doors have been entrenched. I want to dig all that out, and then I want to hit the rust on the hinges with the hammer I have. See if I can get it to close.
Is anybody going to go with Dirk, or are you guys going back to talk to the mayor?
Well, before I go, I'm just going to take one of my fire arrows and kind of wave it at that guy. Just be like, so you know, sheds catch on fire. And then walk into the tavern to update the mayor.
Gotcha.
I just tell you guys what I'm going to do, so then I'm trying to fortify this town a little bit more.
All right. Let me update the mayor, and then I'll come over and see if there's anything I can do to help. I'm good with ancient buildings, but that's not that ancient.
Maybe check with the gnome that was building not a catapult.
Maybe we can build a rock slide or something.
All right, we'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Dirk, you spend minutes digging out the doors, and then make a hinge check. What do you?
No, I'm trying to do like the barbarian knocking the rust off the Atlantean sword, but I'm doing it to the hinges of the door so that maybe they'll, break some of that rust loose so then they can actually move.
Gotcha. As we've learned from Conan the Barbarian, you can just whack metal and the rust falls right off, of course.
Correct.
I love that.
Correct.
Gotcha. Yeah. Roll to do that.
What, just an attack or what?
If you have any applicable mechanical skills, or I'd say just like a strength check.
Athletics? Maybe?
I mean, I have athletics. Let's do that. 17, 23 if I got advantage.
All right. You do kind of get him to wiggle a little bit. So you think if you can get the doors moving, you could get them shut. Feel free to try to push the doors shut. These are massive, massive wooden doors.
Athletics again?
We're going to call this one a strength check. Like, you've got them moving now. It's just actually physically closing the gate.
6 is what I rolled.
That will not get it. If you want to take 10, or you could ask for help.
I'll take 10, see what that does.
Sure.
So that's 13.
Yeah. After a minute or so of just shoving and pushing, you're able to one at a time get the 2 gates shut. Zora and Ray, you walk back into the crab. Mayor Raven and Becklin sitting there talking to one another.
Before we get there, Ray's going to lean over to Zora and be like, so that I can make sure that we're on the same page. Was that a trick of the light, or were you doing magic? Wink. Like, what are we going with here?
Sorry, it was the wink. Zora looks right at Ray and goes, it was a trick of the light, and I've got some pretty complicated arrows because I'm from a big city. Wink.
Now we can go up there. We've got our story straight.
Awesome. It's adorable. You guys walk into the Brass Crab, and you see Becklin and Mayor Raven. Mayor looks at you two and says, so what information have you gathered?
Yeah. So about a week ago, Greg the Ogre, or whatever his name was, went somewhere northwest to some party that gave him a lot of gold to ransack the town. During this time, he was able to buy off that whole section of the mercenary army so that they also would participate in successfully sacking the town. They figured that this would not be very difficult, apparently, because they did not have an escape plan or anything.
Well, if you three hadn't been here, their plan may have well gone through. There's really only 2 or 3 able fighters in this town, and majority of them are sitting in this room right now. Did you find out where the gold came from? Who paid them?
It came from somewhere northwest, and he did not say specifically. He didn't know. Apparently, Greg went by himself.
I'm sorry, Greg?
She sort of waves her hand. Whatever the ogre's name was, it doesn't matter. But
Darrett laughs again.
half ogre. Sorry. Can't give him all that credit. But, and I know this sounded weird, but hear me out, y'all. That's the same. The lizard people went that way as well.
The possible bandits that we saw on the road that we were very suspicious.
Mayor Raven gets a very confused look on her face. I'm sorry, the lizard bandits? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh.
Becklin,
Zora looks over at Becklin.
Becklin perks up at this moment and says, I completely forgot. Yes, these 2 and their companions said that the knights they brought earlier were assaulted on the road by some sort of reptilian creatures. Made light of it at the time. I'm still not sure what to think of it, but that is troubling.
I think at the very least, it is worth investigating whatever is going on northwest of here, since both parties went that way.
As you say went that way, Dirk walks back into the Brass Crab.
I have secured the gate. The gate can close.
The mayor looks at you and says, what gate?
The gate that was pried open for 100 years.
Wait, the river gate?
Yeah, it's closed now.
I didn't think anyone could get that closed. I suppose thanks are in order.
Nothing a little spit and shine can't help.
Well, I hadn't even thought of trying to actually use those gates, but I suppose thanks are in order. Your companions here were just informing me on what you'd been able to gather from the captive. It seems the answer to many of our questions, primarily who funded Gorgonus' betrayal, lies to the northwest. You all have done so much for us already, I am sorry to ask, but would you 3 be willing to scout the area to the northwest to see what you might be able to uncover for us?
Absolutely. Zor 100% just agrees straight out of the gate.
I don't agree. I don't think that's a good course of action. I think the first course of action is securing the other half of the bandit or mercenary warband, making sure they are on Cudgel's side and that Cudgel is not against us.
The Ironclad Regiment, yes, of course.
And then going northwest. Cudgel has already left. That's what drives me to get up there with her. She's trying to subdue the rest of that band by herself, and she's not even sure if they're with her or not.
At that point, Becklin leans back in her chair. It almost brings me to curse the lady. She is a hothead and impulsive. She has always been this way, charging off into danger alone.
Can you give us a horse or something so we can get there faster? Maybe beat her to the punch?
I see no problem with that. Becklin looks to the mayor. Mayor Raven says, if you are willing to investigate to the northwest, that would be fantastic. If you are going to stop by the camp of the Ironclad Regiment first, please do so with caution.
Yeah, I was going to say Cudgel was very certain that she needed to go alone because she had to move quickly and quietly. So I have a feeling she's probably going to figure out who's on her side, and anybody who looks shifty, she's probably going to bludgeon to death.
If they don't jump her first. We have few allies. I'd like to keep the allies that we do have on our side.
I'm just saying that if we go to investigate, we should probably do so just as quickly and quietly. Yeah, but they're just outside of the wall, right? Just as like a side conversation. That was where they're located.
Yeah, so it's about 2 miles out north of town. So you've got High Hill, where the battle took place, about a mile north, and then like another mile on, you've got the mercenary encampment.
I'm a man of action. I'm going to go and get a horse and go. You're welcome to come with me.
I'll come along. Better to stay in a group.
I'm a dwarf of action. That's really what I should say.
I like a dwarf of action. Better than a man of inaction. Let's go.
Darrett, if you can see to their horses, this is fantastic, and I thank you again. We will try to do what we can here to help folks out.
Instead of 3 horses, is there just like a carriage that we can take? I'm thinking if we're also going northwest, it might be nice to have even just like that little bit of shelter.
Well, but we'll be going northwest into the woods. It'll be better to have the mobility. I don't know if there's a road where we're going.
You're right.
Where we're going, we don't need carriages.
I'd love to have a cart to carry all our loot, but I don't think that's going to get us there any faster or quieter.
Yeah, let's go.
The mayor looks at you three and says, thank you. I again appreciate your efforts, and when the time comes to discuss all of this, we will be happy to learn more about the three of you, how you've helped us, and what we can do to help you.
The first thing you can do, actually, remind everyone that Zora has very special arrows, and there was a lot of weird lighting things going on. We don't want to be throwing around the magic word without more
you're
evidence.
referring to the pillars of flame that were erupting all over the battlefield.
Indeed, yes.
Those were amazing, and we'd love to hear more about your magical abilities whenever you'd like to discuss, or not. I'm just happy the town is safe. Becklin just gives you an eye, but does not comment.
Thor gives Ray an eye? Like, really?
I'm out the door.
He was saying it to everybody. Gotta at least tell him to stop saying it.
I'm like, when you're in the big city, you can get whatever you need. We need to go.
Darrett follows you all out, and he acquires you horses. He's handing them to you all. The pillars of flame were pretty amazing.
I'll have to hook you up with the guy I know in what is that town called? Palanthas? Where did I grow up? Who am I? Where am I?
It's been a day.
For real, Joe, how do I pronounce that? What is that, Palanthas?
Palanthas. I've only ever read it, actually. I've not said it out loud.
Palanthas, yeah. I'll have to hook you up with my guy back in Palanthas. You'll love those
or
arrows. They're
Palanthas.
great. Whatever. Depends. It's like Worcester and Worcester. You don't know.
He says, I thank you. I typically steer more towards the martial path than that of wizardry and sorcery. But, Ray, if you'd ever like to spar, I'd be happy to learn from you. That would be fantastic.
I might take you up on that.
Here are your horses. All right. The three of you hop on your horses and travel north as far as the massive gate that is now shut.
Nice.
I just hop down and open it up.
No, yeah, you're fine. Now that it's functional, you're able to open the gate and head out. There are a couple of guards now that they actually have a functioning gate that are manning the gate. It is just a couple farmers with pitchforks and scythe. All right, you guys go flying north. Make a perception check.
Oh, nothing's saving that. 7.
21.
17.
Ray, you see looks like there's a body laying in the road.
Ray just says, "We've got a body."
I load my crossbow.
All right, the three of you come upon it. Looks to be a member of the Ironclad Regiment. It is a human mercenary, and his skull has been crushed in by a large implement.
Okay, she's been here. Let's go.
You ride a little ways on. Eventually, off to the left, you can see the fires of the mercenary encampment.
I want to see I want to survey the ground to see what's going on from the woods, if I can.
Roll perception checks.
Nat 1.
21.
I assume everything looks great.
That is a 21. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, it's a 5.
Better than a Nat 1.
Nat 1. All right. Ray, with your 5, you really can't make out much. There's definitely some figures moving around. Dirk, with your dwarven eyes, you can see clear through the darkness. Cudgel, talking with a human male. He's wearing a brown cloak, studded leather armor, carries a long sword at his side. He's sitting there smoking a pipe, and he's talking with Cudgel. You see maybe a dozen other mercenaries walking around. You also notice 3 mercenaries tied up back to back, arms and legs, sitting next to the fire. At one point in the conversation, Cudgel walks over and gives one of them a swift kick, and then comes back to talk with whomever this bald human is.
Okay, I will quietly whisper that to the rest of the group, what I see and what's going on.
All right.
Cudgel seems to have things under control.
While you're sneaking up, the bumbling human next to you that rolled a natural 1 sneezes loudly while she's trying to survey the area.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I love that. Get it? Because she's the cleric. It's the never.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's perfect.
I see what you did there. You notice one of the mercenaries from the camp get up and kind of start looking your way.
Zora's just going to motion for those guys to stay down and then just get up and be like, Cudgel, hey.
You all hear the sound of 12 swords unsheathing.
Yep.
Insert sound effect there.
They don't know it, but Gillian's on my side. I'm protected.
Immediately, there are 3 guards, mercenaries, just on you with swords. What business have you here? She's not one of ours.
I'm looking for Cudgel. We were together at High Hill, and she's helping us. So if you can get that sword out of my face, I'd really appreciate it, or I'm going to turn very upset.
Cudgel comes stomping over and swats the sword away. Put that sword away, David. Red, you followed me all the way out here. What were you thinking? Did Dirk tell you?
Maybe.
Dirk kind of circumvents around and stands up next to one of the guards. Just real quiet, just to mess with him a little bit.
You know what? I'm happy to talk loudly and be distracting during that.
Yep. 3 guards stab you in the neck and Dirk dies. No. They do eventually notice you and just kind of give a start. They're kind of on guard right now. Swords are out. Cudgel says, "Put your weapons down."
I'm just trimming my nails with my dagger as I walk up there. Nice. I didn't tell her to do it. It was my idea, though.
I should have figured. Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, these lads are not traitors. Though we did grab 3 more of them that were trying to escape and flee. They didn't have any more information than we've already gotten, though. Seems Gorgonus was paid off by somebody to the northwest. I'll probably be heading back to town to let them know. Probably take Jaev with me as well. The human standing next to her, smoking a pipe, kind of gestures with his pipe, nods.
Ray now comes out of wherever she was. Well, we were thinking about heading northwest, so you get anything from them?
Cudgel starts a little bit as you walk up out of the darkness. She says, "Buy Riorix's hammer. How many of you are there?"
25. No, I'm lying, couple. Smack her on the back.
You got jokes, Red. You got jokes. I like that. I'm going to leave me lads to keep eye on these 3 traders and gather up any more that may swing by. Jayev and I are going to head back to town, help things out, talk with Mayor a bit.
Yeah, good. Because I'm honestly concerned that whoever wanted to wipe out their entire militia has something else planned. And they only just now got a working gate, thanks to Dirk.
Fix the old gate, did ya? Good on you, lad.
I did.
If you don't have inspiration already, get inspiration for fixing the gate. That's awesome.
Okay.
Well, if you need anything, lads, give them whatever they want.
I don't know how far northwest we're going. Do you guys have any supplies, just like food or rations we could take with us?
She looks to Jayev. Jayev walks over, picks up a pack, hands it out to you, and says,
Zora takes it and goes,
Well, we're off to the northwest.
Aye.
See you in a bit.
See you back at town.
Northwest.
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 You do find a small path that leads off from the mercenary encampment to the northwest.
Does it look like a game trail? Is it what are we looking at here? Is that survival or is that perception?
What is tracking?
Survival.
Usually survival.
I would like to also roll.
Yeah, I'll also roll.
I'm trained in it. We can try.
Everyone's looking for clues.
Indeed.
Yeah, I got a 1-9.
I got a 7. I don't want to talk about it. That die is going into the punishment corner.
30-20.
I'm sorry, you rolled 3,020?
Dirty 20.
Oh, dirty. Not
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought you said 30-20. Okay.
I also heard 30-20.
Yeah, I was very confused.
Special dice.
Understood. A dirty 20, meaning that you got a total of 20, but it was not a natural 20.
Indeed.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so Ray got a 20, Dirk got a 19, and Zora got a 7.
Yep.
Dirk and Ray, you both are able to track a very large set of footprints further down the trail than the others that have been going back and forth. You follow it for a while, and then you come to a small clearing in the woods where there are many other footprints. Roll a survival or investigation here to kind of decipher what those footprints look like.
I got a 9 on my survival here.
17.
Zora's not even going to try.
Oh, I just assumed I missed out because I rolled a 7.
That's fine. If you don't want to look for Blue's clues, you don't have to.
I will look for Blue's clues. It's a blue barking dog. I should find it, right? Not when you roll a 5.
Ray, here you notice some large booted prints. You imagine that was the half ogre. You also see some human prints and some other prints you can't quite make out. They are large, but they are 3-toed with another one on the back.
Ray's going to kind of like beckon everyone over. She's like, look at this. And point at that one.
And I looked at those tracks at the other ambush scene. So would they be the same?
They do. They do match the tracks you found of the reptilian creatures.
I believe they're the same assailants that attacked our knights.
And they continue off further to the northwest.
Well, if it has a trail, it must have a lair, and it must sleep.
Yeah.
All right. You follow.
Speaking of sleeping.
Yeah, you guys just going to make camp there in the woods?
Not right here. No. I do want to bring that up. We did fight a battle earlier.
Oh, I mean,
So-
wait a minute. Because I did get punched in the face a few times, didn't I?
Yeah, you guys are also wounded and beat up. Just not dead like the villagers.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Getting stabbed with multiple shoulder hits.
So you're not going to
Yeah,
follow
I
the tracks northwest? You're going to go take a break?
Yep.
Can I use medicine to kind of patch us up a little bit more?
So what you guys can do is you can take a short rest. You just take an hour, and you can expend one or more hit dice. What that means is you roll one hit die for each level you have, basically, or each hit die you have, and then you gain back that many hit points.
And if you're a warlock, a short rest refills your spell slot.
Nice.
Not that there's any warlocks here.
Yeah, I get my second wind and my action surge.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I will do that, and you can like reserve some of your. I guess the question I have is, when you're doing a short rest, can you only use one hit die, or can you use two?
Any combination.
All right,
Just per day, you can only use up to the number of hit dice that you have.
Okay, that makes sense. Then I'm going to go ahead and use 2 if we're doing that short rest.
Does your Constitution modifier get added to this?
Yes.
Huzzah!
Oh, cool.
I'm ready to go. With the short rest over with.
Yep, same.
All right, let's make a tracking roll.
23, and that's a nat 20.
22. Not a nat 20. A dirty
21.
Goodness. Wow. Okay. You guys have all become expert trackers somehow. So for about an hour, you're continuing to follow these strange-looking tracks through the forest. Eventually, the woods gives way to a ledge overlooking a shallow valley. In the distance, dozens upon dozens of low fires illuminate hundreds of red tents. Among them move patrols of shadowy human-like figures. Over 1,000 soldiers occupy the camp, an entire army.
How far away is this? Like, how far have we traveled?
It was an hour to the clearing and another hour to this where you are right now. So through the forest, that's probably 4 miles, maybe. You've spent 2 hours, tracking through the forest.
So lots of fires, lots of tents, 1,000 soldiers. Anything else? Any kind of master tent or bigger tent than the others, or cave or anything like that?
You just see just an entire army encamped in a valley.
What do these figures look like?
Do you want to sneak a little closer?
I will. I'll sneak a little bit closer.
I'll stay back. Allergies.
I will also be staying back.
I got
Roll.
15 stealth.
As you are creeping closer, you notice a patrol of soldiers moving along the outskirts of the encampment. There are 3 reptilian creatures in black and red armor with curved short swords, and 2 humans in the patrol. They have big, long reptilian wings sticking out their back, scaly faces, talking in some muttering, hissing language.
All right, well, I'm going to slink back to the party and relay that information. Tell them that this is not a good outlook for us or Volger.
But you got a real good look at them, right? I.e., we could give them a description when we get back there?
Yeah, they were not necessarily wearing the cloaks and stuff that they were wearing. Their wings were out.
All right. And how many people do we reckon? She's looking.
About 1,000.
All right, let's tell them.
Moving back to the camp, mercenary camp, and then moving back to town.
Okay, you get back
I
to
want to
the...
double check that mercenary camp.
Sure. You get back to the mercenary camp. It looks pretty much the same as it did before. There's about 12 members of the Ironclad Regiment kind of there. They're all on watch right now. 2 of them are guarding over the 3 prisoners who are still tied up, hands and feet, next to the fire. They kind of wave at you, and one of them looks at you and says, "How'd the hunt go?"
Too well.
We found an army.
Yeah, there's
An
a
army.
large encampment to the northwest. So I think you folks should probably come with us to the city, and then we'll decide what to do from there.
An entire army?
About
Yes.
1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our orders were to stay here. But if there's an army, you may be correct. All right, lads, you heard him. We're packing up. We're headed to the village. And they all start gathering what they can with them. The man comes over. He says, "My name's Sven. Do you mind if we use the 3 horses to carry some of our gear?"
Absolutely.
No,
You
that's
can
fine.
use
We
mine.
can do that.
It takes them a matter of 15 minutes to gather things together. It looks like they seem to have done this many times before. They seem to be a very professional organization. And they're ready to move on with you.
I'm happy to
Let me
be at
tell
the
you
front of
where-
the group just in case the guards are jumpy because, mercenaries.
Yeah, you get back to Volger. There's a torch and one guard kind of peeking over the gate. They must have drug over a ladder, some scaffolding or something. It's one of the 2 armed farmers that you had seen earlier.
Good on them.
Let us in.
They kind of wave
Yeah.
to you. They say, "What about the army you bring behind you?"
We're
They're
gonna
with
need
us, and we're probably going to need them.
"Very well, open the gates," the farmer says in their most made-up guard-sounding voice.
I'll take it.
Sven shouts out a few orders to his men. You see them right next to the front gate. They start to make an impromptu camp. They're kind of clearing carts and barrels and stuff out of the way, kind of take over a small area next to the gate. Sven comes with you. He says, I should report back to Jayev.
Yep, makes sense.
And we're off.
Yeah, yeah.
To the Brass Crab. It's nearly dawn right now. The three of you and Sven walk towards the Brass Crab. You notice a very tired-looking Darrett standing out front, manning the front door. He sees you walk up, and he says, Oh, hello. Good to see that you've all made it back. Who's your friend?
This is Sven from the encampment. We brought the mercenaries with us.
Darrett ushers the four of you in. Inside, you find Jayev and Cudgel talking with Becklin and Mayor Raven at that same table. It looks like Becklin and the mayor have not left all night. Cudgel and Jayev say, there you are. I see you made it back alive. And Jayev says,
Well, we have a bit of an issue. Those creatures that we were telling you about have an army of about 1,000 strong and an encampment to the northwest, about 4 miles northwest.
The mayor's eyes go wide. Becklin gets a very concerned look on her face. Cudgel sputters and said, Did you say 1,000?
Yes,
1,000
Yeah.
armored reptilian
Humanoids?
creatures along with humans.
Cudgel says, My traitorous fools that pulled your town into this. Myself, and what remains of my boys, could probably give those 1,000 a run for their money.
I don't think that's wise. Who's going to defend the town if you do this?
The mayor says, I agree. I don't believe an aggressive response to this army's presence is the way to go. If anything, we should try to remain peaceful. Perhaps they are just passing by.
I highly doubt that, Mayor.
Even if they are going to stop by town, perhaps they just need supplies, resources. We don't know that their intentions are to destroy us. If there is a peaceful resolution, then we should pursue that as much as we can.
Zora shakes her head, puts both her hands on the table in a loud thunk, and it's just like, you gotta look at the facts. Come on. You had somebody, they paid off to have your own town militia murdered, and you think they're going to be here for a peaceful resolution?
Becklin joins the conversation at that moment and says, No, I fully agree. Their intentions are not peaceful. One does not raise an army to be peaceful. However, I do believe what the mayor says has some merit. Most armies are not going about the countryside searching for small villages to destroy. It takes a lot of manpower and resources. Typically, an army, especially of that size, has some objective in mind. While you guys are discussing that, the sun is starting to creep above the horizon. A little bit of light filters in. And the front door bursts open, and you see Darrett restraining an older guy with a big, bushy beard, purple clothing. He looks very well-dressed. You remember him earlier at the docks yesterday. Very, very drunk. And he says, What is the meaning of this? A town council meeting to discuss matters of importance, and I am not called upon? This is preposterous. Quickly, give me all the facts so that I may impart my noble suggestions to the peasants.
Baklava?
It
Oh my
is
god, he came back!
Lord Baccharis Uth Estide. You will refer to me as such.
Baklava! So glad you're recovering from your hangover.
Becklin speaks up and says, Lord Baccharis, this is neither the time nor the place. If you would like to sit in attendance at this meeting, you are welcome to do so. Please do not interrupt while we are discussing these matters. Baccharis says, I will say and do as I please, thank you very much. It's my money that built this town.
Yeah, and a very defensible wall and gate. It did at that for the last 100 years.
I didn't pay for the wall or the gates. But
So you didn't
Well, not that
pay for the
portion.
tent.
The boats down at the docks, the ferry to cross the river, the
Which
shipping
we
lanes,
might need to utilize.
all of the commerce that comes and goes within this town, I am helping to establish.
How many ferry boats do you have?
Dozens.
Dozens?
The mayor says, Calm down, Lord Bacchus. We are not here to discuss matters of trade currently. There's a threat to our town that we are needing to discuss. At that moment, Derek comes bursting back in the door.
This poor door.
Lots of people in and out. Derek bursts in and says, "We've word from the gate. Someone has arrived. I think you all should come see this."
Let's go.
All right.
Have my short rest. Make it happen.
You arrive to the gate. One of the doors has been opened. The remaining 12 members of the ironclad regiment are arrayed out in a half circle, spears leveled, at a figure that stands below the gate. It's a human in black and red scale mail, sitting astride an armored warhorse. She holds a rolled parchment in her hands. She calls out loudly. Sounds like she's been saying this for a while. "Who among you," she looks at the gathering of people who've just walked up, "who among you speaks for this village?"
Who's asking?
The mayor then speaks up and says, "I am Mayor Raven Uth Volger. I speak for the village. I have a letter for you." The figure in the red and black armor walks her warhorse through the mercenaries, hands the letter to the mayor. The mayor unrolls it, and it says, "People of Volger, by the orders of Belapheon, the voice of Takasis, you will quarter the soldiers of the invincible Red Dragon army this night. Refuse and die. This is the Dragon Queen's will." After giving Mayor Raven a moment to read over the note, the messenger says, "Expect the army before nightfall. Refuse, and we'll kill you all." The soldier slowly turns her horse around and trots slowly out the gate.
Sometimes I just want to kill the messenger.
Make a perception check.
10.
21.
Dirty 20.
I appreciate your enunciation. Zora and Ray, you both notice on the cliffs just above the gate to the right, 4 black and red armored figures standing up there. They don't look to be like they're hiding. They're just kind of standing up there watching the proceedings, and they all seem to hold a brace of javelins on their back.
Good thing we didn't shoot her.
The mayor shows you the letter and says, "Well, at least we have our answer as to who this army is. Zora, you know that Takesis, I prefer the pronunciation Takesis.
Yeah.
Taki.
Which one do you guys want to go with? Because it's gonna be for the rest of
Takasis.
Takasis.
Yeah,
that is
Takasis.
wrong. It is technically Takesis, but I'm gonna go with Takasis. I think that's better. All right.
I mean, who's gonna stop
Sounds
you?
like tacos. I like it.
All right.
This is an evil person, right? I think I remember those.
Zora, you know that Takasis is the greatest of the pantheon of evil gods. She is the patron god of evil dragons who terrorized the world in ages past. The mayor is beside herself and not sure what to say. I feel we should retire to the crab to discuss what our next steps may be. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
I'm a little worried this is more than just a cult.
I already had a plan formulating in my head, but I guess I'll let it go.
No, write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
No.
Don't forget.
No, it's more fun if it comes off the top.
Oh, true.
Off the cuff.
Creative.
Hey guys, EJ here. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you like what you heard, be sure to follow the show, share it with a friend, and leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening. It super duper helps us out. If you want to get in touch, you can email us at makeshiftadventurespodcast@gmail.com, or you can join us on our Discord. You can find a link to it in the show notes. Until next time, thanks for adventuring with us.
Just a general question.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear my cat snoring? Is he that loud?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wake him up. I'm so sorry, Lucky. You gotta go.
Oh, I wasn't catching it, but I'm sure I'll catch it on the playback when I'm editing. It'll be great.
Every time your screen turns on a little green, and then all of a sudden you just hear the. And I'm like, oh my god.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.